My name is Charles Freeman. I have the pleasure of introducing you all to Humo today, where we look at human motion simplified. Golf is hard. Golf is really hard. How many of you said golf is hard? Right, play golf, right. Not only is golf hard because I'm a sub-average golfer, but golf is hard because science actually says it's hard. Golf is one of the most complex human movements in all of sports that engages almost every muscle in the human body, including the brain. And we're supposed to hit a teeny tiny little golf ball on the size of less than a dime every single time perfectly in order to play well. It's actually a miracle of human performance that we can hit the ball at all. The problem that we see with golf is there are over 24 million US golfers frustrated every year. That's not me in the picture, but it probably could be me on any given Saturday afternoon. However, out of those 24 million golfers, they're spending hundreds of millions of dollars just to play a little bit better. And the chances of moving from around an 80 to 90 down to a scratch golfer is extremely, extremely small and takes a lot of time and effort. You can't necessarily just buy your way into a good golf game. So 83% of golfers do not take lessons, but yet they want to improve somehow. More than 64% of these 24 million are finding their tips and tricks on YouTube, looking online, looking at golf magazines and trying to find these things. However, we have a solution that can turn you from the guy throwing the club to the guy raising the club on Sundays. Why us? So the Humo management team is centered around Dr. Tony Luchak, who has spent more than 30 years as a golf instructor, a golf professional, and teaching golf, in addition to being one of the nation's leading golf scientists when it comes to biomechanics and human performance. And in looking at this, our research team has spent the past 5 years researching and developing human kinematics from the ground up and looking at how do we see what's going on in the foot and the pressure sensors in the foot to improve overall human performance in the entire body. So Aaron Parker and Carver Middleton are two master students at Mississippi State University, both in electrical engineering and industrial systems engineering, who've been working on this project to design and develop a solution that we feel will help to improve overall golfers' games. Combined with Tony's coaching tips, we can actually use we have developed a unique software that can provide improvement for golfers overall. For myself, I have more than 15 years experience in retail and sales, looking at wholesale, direct to consumer. In addition to my research background is in materials development and looking at integrating technology into soft goods and soft materials. And so the solution we've come up with is the Humo X. And the Humo X swing solution takes pressure sensors that are embedded into a sock with a small microcontroller at the ankle with an IMU that is able to track footwork movement that's going on during the golf swing. So when this happens, the golfer puts on the pair of socks and connects via Bluetooth to our proprietary software solution that then takes and collects thousands and thousands of data points on every single golf swing that's happening in both your foot, balance, moment of impact, as well as your location, and converts that data instantaneously to a smart device to provide you with immediate coaching tips based off machine learning and AI algorithms that have been developed by Dr. Luchak's coaching methods. So while you're on the course playing, you're getting immediate golf coaching feedback instantly. You have a golf coach in your pocket the entire time on the course. Now, we want you to tell your friends about this, but you can at least play a couple rounds and beat them the first few times before you tell them about the product, right? Now, we're not the only ones looking at ground pressure. There's a lot of companies out there that are trying to solve the problem of ground pressure on the course. The difference versus ground pressure on the range and on the course is you have multiple terrains. I'm not usually playing from a flat lie and a flat surface on the fairway. I'm typically on a root or somewhere over off to the side. And so this ability to be able to track that ground pressure data on the course and in real time is the game changer for the golf coaching industry as it sits right now. Most people don't play with their golf coach, even if they pay for one. They don't have a golf coach with them every time they're out playing. This enables you to get that data and to have that information that's stored for you in the software, the proprietary software, that gives you all of the coaching tips and helps you to improve your game and track it as well. Again, there's a few other solutions out there. Most of them are pressure-based solutions that are maps that you utilize on the range and that you're able to track some data and store some data. But again, there's a lot missing as far as the video movement analysis, club tracking, AI coaching tips, and that's where we really feel the value of what we're providing to the golfer is in our AI coaching platform that enables you to actually improve and get better with the game. The data is great, but if it's not helping you actually improve how you're playing, then it's useless to a lot of the golfers that are out there today. Our sales channel is going to be direct to consumer. So we're going to be looking at moving the product directly to the consumer through Dr. Luchak's connections with the PGA Tour, as well as quite a few social media influencers. We're targeting that sub-segment of golfers, the 64% that are online right now looking for golfing tips and tricks and finding these applications and trying to get better through looking at YouTube, Instagram, TikTok. And we have affiliate marketers that are going to be working with us to test and validate the product in the market and to move it out into the market for us, as well as provide a little bit of trust and build that brand equity with the golfers that are out on the course right now. Some of the milestones we achieved, we were fortunate to be participants in the Innovate Mississippi's Co-Builders program over the summer. We have filed for an SBIR Phase 1. Our hardware is being provided by Sensoria. We have a contract with Sensoria to provide hardware for us for 3 years while we work and develop our software application and increase the user interface and the user accessibility through the software. This quarter right now, we have raised $87,000 from the SMART Act from Mississippi to prototype and develop the software and to bring this to market. And we are in negotiations and working through preparing for a $525,000 raise in the future. For 2023, our plan is we're going to be debuting a demo at the PGA Tour Golf Show in Orlando, Florida in January of 2023. We will be able to demo the product. And then we're looking for a soft launch around February to March of 2023 with the product, and then do a full retail launch starting in June to make up the last 6 months of the year. So our financial forecast, we're looking at moving approximately 5,000 units over the course of next year through the soft launch through the end of the year. We feel this is easily attainable. Our suppliers assured us of these numbers as far as supply. And we're looking at retailing. The product's going to retail for $549. That includes both the hardware and a 1-year subscription to the software, which will automatically renew at a price of $129 annually, which is less than the price of 3 to 4 lessons that you would typically pay from your golf pro. Again, we can look at, see kind of our cash flow operations. We look to be cash flow positive. My eyes are failing me much worse now. We look to be cash flow positive by the end of December of next year when it comes to this. So with that, I will open the floor up for our 2 minutes of questions. Yes?
Sorry, I missed it. The data you collect, is it stored in a wearable, like on the...
No, it's stored in a cloud-based, so all the data that's collected, whether you're playing on the range, you're playing on the course, all of your data is collected and stored, and we use your individual data. We put it into, we have a AI machine learning algorithms that utilize your data to improve your individual score. So the coaching tips you're getting, while they are generalizable to within a range of data, they're going to be specific for you. Mm-hmm.
Are you saying you're getting coaching tips while you're in your round?
Yes. Yep.
I don't play golf. What's an example of a coaching tip this provides?
So a lot of it has to do with controlling the club, so we coordinate your arm swing versus your body motion, and it could be as simple as saying, okay, I want you to feel the face rotation a little bit earlier than what you felt before. You could feel more pressure on your lead foot versus what you had before.
And that's provided in natural language?
Yes, it will be.
Very cool.
I always defer the golf coach. You don't want my golf coaching tips, by the way. Yes.
Can you tell me what it's going to take in terms of time to fully develop the prototype so it's ready for the show in January?
So we have the prototype already developed. We have a beta version of the software built out. We need to work on the UI UX just to make it a little more, it's very data oriented right now. We want to make it much more friendly for the average golfer. They want to know the data, but they also don't want to necessarily see that much data. So we should be 30 to 60 days out from having a full operational user interface that we would be able to release onto the app stores for that. But we have the architecture and everything else built for it. It's just putting a nice cover on it. Any other questions? Okay, thank you, Tosh.